Meat snacks, fat ass, fat stacks.
Fat stacks,
Well,
fat ass, fat. What was the other one?
Stacks,
nah.
ass,
Stack, snack,
snacks.
smash. Stack, snack, smash.
It's the title of the podcast.
You're a little late for Shark Week, but it's okay.
Well, no, because there's a hurricane, so I'm adapting. I'm evolving,
All
Laura.
right, what the fuck? How are we doing this?
Yeah, I like these. I might stay on. These are
I'm
kind of
just
sick.
upset because like the goggles don't look like actual goggles. They got like it more looks like a new age thing. I don't know. These fucking studio effects are
That looks like what is
oh
the
my God, I can add
game?
eyebrows, you guys. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. I can alter. All right, so I got my lipstick on. Hold on. Can I do
How do you,
goth?
okay, I don't
That
have all
mustache
that.
is actually scary.
All right, so I got my goth on. Oh, this is the podcaster
There we
stash.
go, Dr. Meg.
No,
All right, we're not gonna do lip
that's
color, but we
funny.
are gonna do bushy eyebrows and we are gonna do mustache.
It's
These are
cool.
kind of fun.
It's because I use insulin because I was talking to this one like guy, and he was like, the reason why women look like men nowadays is because they're using insulin. So this is what happens when you use insulin. You
You
just
actually
straight
kind of
up
look like
just grow some stashes, grow some wicked brows.
you kind of look like Hitler, actually.
You would, Laura.
You would know.
You would. Hold on, if I like put my hair up, I could be a sexy guy. Would you fuck? 10 out of 10. Would you fuck me?
Nah,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
fuck me either.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You look European.
You do.
I'll
You look
take
like
that.
Fabio.
Yes.
Just like hair in the wind. Kind of.
I love that. I love that. I love that, but I hate it at the same time. I wonder if I can add like a little beret to make it like
Ooh la la.
I am having too much fun with this. All right, I need to get serious. I need to put my fucking No, I do not want to apply this to all future meetings. Guy, could you imagine? Like hop on a
Hop
sales
on with
call and I'm just
Austin. For a sales
bonjour.
call.
Ho ho ho. Jesus Christ. Okay. Guys, we are professionals here. We are
Are we?
professionals. So we'll stop that. Okay, good. How's everyone's week going?
Good. It's the start of the week. Debbie is fucking us up down here in Florida, man.
Yeah,
It's
she's coming
shitty
for
out.
us.
Yeah, it's real rainy, but yeah.
How low is she coming?
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all week here too.
Really
Passing it on.
gross.
Sorry.
But
Sorry about that.
Today's the one nice day.
Dude, I'm just glad I was able to go on a walk before it like engulfs us because you can tell it's coming. Like Eric put the grill against the house, he moved the little car, and like, mind you guys, I don't have like a big fuck off truck or anything. I drive a little Toyota Yaris, which probably weighs less than Meg. So it's like it can be so easily just like just yeeted across like people's driveways and shit. So yeah, you can tell things are getting on like hurricane mode. There's this like place in West Ashley that has like a cow. It's like an ice cream place. And if they take the big porcelain cow down off the sign, that's how you know it's like hurricane season. And the cow is gone. So they're prepping. They're prepping.
yeah, we just don't care here in Florida. It is what it is.
Well, you're so used to it by now.
If it's not like a category, I don't even know the categories. What, like a category five?
Yeah, Cat
We're,
5 is
we're still out and
we're,
about.
we're Cat 1, I think, right now. I think that's where it's at because she was a tropical storm and now she's like a full on hurricane.
I still think it's a tropical storm.
Oh, is it? I mean, that's
It just looks like it to me. It doesn't look like anything serious, but
Doesn't look like.
yeah. Like I think it's funny because even though I'm not like near the water, like I still have a brick house, like a brick facade, but the neighbor next to me, like she for whatever reason was like, you know what's gonna look better? Fucking sighting. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna look really great when like fucking hurricane just rip that bitch off like a fucking like nair pad
I
or whatever, like waxing. I was like, that's gonna look
I
real great on
hate
your house.
siding. Whenever I get a house, I do not want siding on my house. That's what I grew up in, was like just siding. Well, first we had a brick house and then we moved to like a Dan Ryan home, like everybody else in West Virginia, and it's just like siding.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But brick is sturdy, and plus it's so easy to
brick
clean.
house.
Brick house.
Brick house.
I love that. I love that. But yeah, everyone's doing good besides like just like getting ready for the hurricane.
Yeah, just raining every day. But yeah, weekend was good for me. I don't know. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah, I think so. Like it entered into a new training block with Austin, and
Mhm.
like I was only able to train 3 out of 4 days because like I felt like I got hit by a bus. Like I could not move. Like I did 5 sets of calves, and I hadn't trained calves in 7 months. So I'll let you fill in the blanks. Today is the first day I can actually walk normally, and I trained them last Tuesday.
I haven't trained calves in
Damn.
7 years.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
same.
like
I do it here and there.
yeah, just like for shits and kicks. But like, I mean, again, like he takes over my training, so it's like he clearly thinks I need more calves. But like, telling you what, like, I was so angry. I was so angry just to like I'm literally walking like I don't even know. Like I just my Achilles was like sliced by a samurai because I'm like walking like flat footed because it's just like my calves wouldn't calf. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting. But I mean, everything else is going good. Like I am traveling on Thursday, not to evacuate from the hurricane because we ain't no bitches. But to see family, so that'll be good.
Nice. Had a good little, finally, a little successful show weekend this year.
Yes, I saw they both looked
Yeah,
great.
Yeah,
Kelsey did
congraties.
really good at her
Was she
first
happy
show.
with, I was, she was happy
Huh?
with her whole like first experience competing and whatnot.
Oh yeah, she loved it. We're 2 weeks out again. Obviously, we know the feedback is just like muscle. Like, she first approached me and this was like a bucket list kind of thing, and now she like loves it. So, ha, I knew she would. I knew she would. But we're just gonna take a long off season and put some actual tissue on her frame. But she has like good foundation. Um, I'm gonna take a different approach for her peaking though, this go. Um, and then Kristen did really well. We're wrapping up her season though. We were gonna do, nationals again at the end of August, but we got some digestive issues to work out, and she wants to live life a little more and do a long off season and get back up there in 2026. So yeah,
I
we're
love it.
doing good though. She looked great. She got the overall in both the NPC and the Indiana State. So for Masters figure. So that made her happy and she looked awesome. So good show day weekend and yeah, happy.
Love that. Love that. How about you, Laura? How was your week and stuff?
It was good. Actually, this is a funny one that you guys will laugh at. So, just for like a supplemental stance, I got methylated B vitamins, and I didn't realize that like always start lower is in on the bottle itself says the serving size is 2 pills. So I take 2 pills. And maybe like 30 minutes later, my entire body is on fire, like
Yeah.
fluorescent red,
Hmm.
freaking out because, like, as I told you guys, like, jokingly but serious, I'm anaphylactically reacted to cantaloupe. So I was like, fuck, the next thing is I'm not going to be able to breathe and like
You're
freaking
like,
out.
these bitches put cantaloupe in my B vitamins.
Well, just knowing you can like anaphylactically react to something, like,
Yeah.
questions to be to something else you've never had. So I'm texting Josh as he's at work and he's like, what the fuck? FaceTime me right now. I'm FaceTiming him. He's like,
So you just had
what
like a
is
total
your
like niacin flush, just like all
yeah.
over your body. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But it was like head to toe.
That's wild. Honestly, that's like a good like tip. It's like if you're taking B vitamins or you're taking like a not if you're taking like fucking Flintstone vitamins, but if you're taking an honest to God like life extension, probably new ethics or multi from Morphogen Nutrition, and it's like several caps, I would honestly just spread those out because literally what you can be doing is just like fire hosing or like rocket launching like a B vitamins, and then you're gonna see your pee looks like fucking Mountain Dew, extreme, and you're like, oh my God, I'm dying. And it's like, no, you're just peeing out like a bunch of vitamins that your body couldn't absorb during that time. So spreading them out can one avoid the niacin flush, which is what Laura experienced with that head to toe rash. And then also, like I said, the Mountain Dew urine, because that can like freak a lot of people out being like, oh my God, my kidneys. And I'm like, nah. If the pee is dark, then think kidneys. If it's like Mountain Dew,
But yeah.
B vitamins.
Uh, I hopped on my good friend Dr. Google and figured out what was happening. So just backed off the dose and we've been good ever since. But
Good.
and then this week is Rachel's show in New York. So we're going to New York Saturday and Sunday, which will be fun. I'm really excited for her to get on stage. She's My first client that I can really say, like, from square one to the end, not even just for like, since we've been working for like changing our physique, but like
Mhm.
crush the entire prep. I haven't really gotten the ability to work with many people that really do all the things. And it's
Yeah.
been awesome on my behalf as a coach to be like, fuck, this is great to like help somebody else accomplish this because I've done it personally, but I haven't really been able to help somebody else.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm equally as excited as if it would be me. So I can't
Yeah.
wait for it.
Good.
Awesome. Well, good luck to
And you'll
her,
be
and good luck
there.
to
So
you.
Thank you.
good luck. Yeah.
I
It
love
sucks
that.
it's in New York because New York's shit, but like, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Enjoy.
stay right back.
Where at in New York? Is it like anywhere cool, or is it like?
So it's luckily outside of the cities because
Okay.
Okay.
3.5 hour drive from here. But if it was in New York City, that would take us 5 hours just because traffic and everything else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
God, that's one place I hate.
Dude,
I hate New York City. Hate it.
same. Like when people are like, "Oh, we're vacationing in New
Stinky.
York City," I'm
City.
like, "Why?"
Yeah. Mhm.
Nope.
You want to live in a shoebox and
It's
like
so dirty.
eat
And
that?
I used to go with my mom as a kid, like before Christmas, and I hated it even then because it was so like you'd feel like you were in a mosh pit
Yeah.
on the sidewalks.
Mhm.
So many people. And I've also been one time in the summer for a friend's bachelorette party way back when, and I left a day early because I fucking hated it.
Yeah. It's
Dude,
not for me.
so my uncle used to live in Pennsylvania, and so he lived close enough to wherever in Pennsylvania that we could like go to New York. And so I once went up there with my grandparents to visit, and the drive was, of course, atrocious. And two, when we actually got to the city, I was like probably I want to say maybe 13 or 14. And I was mind blown that a fucking burger was $13. And mind you, this was like in like the mid 2000s, right? When like prices were actually somewhat reasonable. But like I about like shit my pants when I saw a burger was $13 because I grew up obviously doing like the McDouble from McDonald's, which is like $1. And now that bitch is fucking $5. I'm like, what is happening? What is fucking happening where
Inflation.
McDonald's is $5 for a shit ass burger? Like you better be using Wagyu beef, but you know they ain't using Wagyu beef.
Oh, they're using rats.
Or like they're doing the Aldi approach where they're sneaking in some horse meat, being like, no one will notice.
Ugh.
Wow, horses are like, Jesus.
Ugh.
That's always been my biggest thing with like fast food, not necessarily the calorie reasoning of it or like the amount of fat in it, but like what are you even eating? What are you eating? Do you know?
You don't even know.
You don't. No, and I grew up on fast food. Like I grew up on it. Like this is how bad our family was with fast food. I'm gonna admit something. So I'm gonna need you to not laugh, but you're gonna laugh anyway. We were so addicted to fast food, we would go to Arby's for breakfast.
Got the meats.
Arby's doesn't even
It wasn't
exist
even meat.
anymore,
It was
so
their pecan sticky buns that we would get.
it's probably the least awful thing that you can get in a place like that.
But I mean, Arby's for breakfast. Arby's for breakfast. They have
Dude, people do
meats.
Taco Bell for breakfast.
Yeah.
Dude, we did the wraps from McDonald's because this was before Taco Bell actually had breakfast. We did the McDonald's
Mhm.
like breakfast burritos, and we would get like the hot sauce, and we get like four and like have like claws. But like we were addicted to fast food. It was embarrassing, but also looking back, I was like, no wonder I look and felt like dog shit. Like, oh my God.
Mhm. I I don't I don't know. I'm not a fast food person. Like I'll do like Dairy Queen. Like we had Dairy Queen this week just for
Did
like a dessert. But
you get
like
your Blizzard?
yeah, I got a Blizzard finally. It was so
Which
good.
one?
I got the peanut butter cookie dough party. It
Is
was
it
like
the
cookie dough
one?
pieces, peanut butter, and sprinkles.
Ooh.
It was good.
Sounds like a party to me.
It was good.
I love
But my weight has been fluctuating like a motherfucker because I checked in on Thursday, right? Looking like lean as fuck, like striated glutes in my side pose. And then he didn't change anything. He was like, check in again on Monday with photos and everything. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, let me just attack the weekend. I didn't. The weekend fucking attacked me. And like, I mean, like, I ate on plan and everything besides like my free meal, like the Blizzard, and like we had Italian for dinner. And I don't know what the fuck happened. I trained legs hard as fuck yesterday. They were like vascular and like full in the
Mhm.
photo that I posted online. And then Woke up this morning, I'm fucking inflamed as a motherfucker. Holding what, like, I'm 4 pounds up. And I'm like, of course I gotta send photos to Cameron. And I send him, I look back from like Thursday photos to now, and I'm like, I legit look like I like ate like an asshole this
Yeah.
whole weekend. But I just explained, like, I guess I'm inflamed, water retention, I don't know, different sleep patterns. But yeah, that sucks seeing. I look like
Yeah.
a big old water
Usually
buffalo.
eat like that either, though, so that's probably part of it.
What?
You don't usually eat like that like heavy type. Well, you don't eat a lot
Yeah,
of
we
gluten.
usually
You
do
don't eat
like
a lot of dairy.
sushi. Yeah, sushi. And I mean, if, yeah, we really haven't done like many desserts. Like it will be like the creamy or like, yeah, not really. So could have been that, but nah, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah. Just remind yourself it's like one picture. Like you're not stepping on stage tomorrow. Like it's
Yeah,
not that
no.
you fucked up royally. It's just like your body responded to your free meal and you train. You don't train like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like you train and push your body to the extreme. And with how big you are in terms of muscular development, like
Hmm.
4 pounds ain't no thing but a chicken wing. So like you just get
Yeah.
back on
Oh,
plan. Cameron makes adjustments and you keep rocking and rolling. And honestly, I'm sure by Wednesday or Thursday again, you'll have that striated glutes again.
Yeah, probably. Like it didn't fuck with me too hard stepping on the scale. I was just like, God damn it. Like really? I thought we were gonna be even more lean, but nah, it's all good.
Yeah. I get that.
Hopefully it gives me more cardio and pushes me a little harder so we can wrap this fucking shit up though. Because I'd love to grow and eat more food. That'd be cool.
Dude, word.
But we'll
Word.
see. We'll
you
see.
have some mind come over it.
I want to get back to like, what was I eating? Like 500, 600 carbs daily? I mean, like, it's not like my food's low right now. It's like 375 to 420. But I'm just like, I want to grow an ass.
Right.
I need to grow the ass. And I can't do that right
I
now.
get that. I get that. But why can't you do that? Because you're dieting and you're in a caloric deficit.
Yeah,
So if you
but
can't
it
grow
doesn't look like
because
a
you're
caloric
dieting,
deficit.
exactly. So yeah, so I'm on team grow. Austin's like legs are small, glutes are small, glutes 4 days a week. I was like, okay. Yes, sir.
God.
Yes, sir.
After seeing the gluteus maximuses on the Tampa Pro stage, I'm just like, maybe I should do WPD. Those girls have fucking glutes, man.
Mhm.
Oh, we'll
I thought
see.
it was funny. Sarah Bishop did the amateur show of that, and I guess she was backstage with Issa Pacini getting
Hmm.
tan at the same time, and she was like posting how she was near her, and she's like glutes nowhere near the size they needed to be because like someone that's an Olympian for bikini is even fucking stacked.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
it's
is
crazy.
good.
It's
It's
crazy,
very good.
but
She looked awesome. I'm glad she won. Issa looked
hmm she
really good.
did,
Hmm.
she did.
Exactly.
I think she's
Exactly.
coming for this year.
For
Probably.
what?
I think she could be Miss Olympia for sure.
Oh yeah,
I do like how her quads weren't like bam. You know what I'm saying? Like they tapered down nicely, but her glutes were just like
I
shelf.
just want to know what she did with her organs. Like, did she donate them? Did she sell them? Just asking.
Back
and I'm thinking about donating a couple organs, maybe removing a couple ribs.
Okay.
I think then I'll be set. Then I'll be set. Got to do what you got to do.
I love it.
Her
I love
waist.
it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely was a sight to see, but also like it's really like encouraging and motivating too, because it's one of those things where it's like, you can like work so hard and then you pivot because you get feedback and then like you end up winning because you like took a step back, used your noggin, took the feedback and implemented it. Because like for
Hmm.
a while there, she was like kind of starting to trend downward, but like obviously this past weekend it was like holy shit, But
Yeah.
Mr. Atlas knows what he is doing.
mhm,
Hmm.
for sure, for sure. Meg, what was that thing that I like commented on your story? Because it was like a repost where I was like, this would be a great topic.
It was something Danny said, Danny Tran.
Yeah, I
It's
think it
about,
expired.
no way. No.
Did
It
it
said, you want me to
expire in
read
the
it?
story?
Here, I can read it for
Yeah, please
every.
do.
So it said, it's never the plan, it's the person. When an individual wants it, they will die by what they want, not make excuses on why this is why this or why they can't prioritize at that moment. They make it seem as though it's getting difficult, but really they are difficult. They're the problem. They aren't where they want to be, so they throw it on the world. It's the inability to follow through with what they say that will eventually cause them to lose confidence for anything else they do. Facts. Hard facts. That's what we wanted to talk about today, Laura.
Like it comes down to like wanting to win, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
obviously like this podcast is more directed toward like competitors, but you can still win as like a Gen Pop lifestyle client. It's like, what are you defining as the win? So in the competitor realm, it could be winning your class, winning the overall,
Mhm.
winning a pro card, winning a pro show. It could also just be winning by bringing your best physique, depending upon like how you want to play your cards and look at the sport as a whole. Because like there are some people that love bodybuilding and love to compete, but their goal isn't to be an IFBB pro because that's just not what they want to do. They just want to bring their best, you know, anytime they step on stage. Versus there are some people that are like winning and defining success by, you know, the hardware that they bring in or the pro card at the end of the day, right? And it's something where it's really good to draw out like what do you define as wins and success, and it can be as grand and as a far of a reach as you want, or it could also be just as simple when it comes to like, hey, maybe I'm someone that really struggles with depression, and a win for me that day is just rolling out of my fucking bed.
Mhm. Yeah, I think, when you hire a coach, you realize that there is a gap in what you're doing. Like, you want to achieve X, Y, and Z goals, and you obviously don't know how to get there on your own, or you've already like stuck with doing that and you're like spinning your wheels for months and months. So you're like, fuck it. I'm going to leave this up to the coach, give them the reins, follow what they say. Um, but you're right about like, what do you deem a win? What do you deem as success? Because everybody's going to be different. Like you said, like the depression thing, that's huge. Like, because all three of us, we coach Gen Pop as well as competitors.
Mhm.
A Gen Pop like athlete and a competitor athlete, they're gonna have totally different like night and day goals, and that's okay. Um, I think a lot of people, and I'm seeing this trend again, like everybody is like, oh, I want to do a show because I want to prove it to myself. But right now they can't even adhere to like the basics of their plan. Have you all seen that? Like with just clients on your roster? I have a few. And they're like, oh, I want to prove to myself that I can do this. So I'm going to do a show. And I'm like, you're jumping from one extreme to another, honey. Like, focus on nailing the basics and finding out what your why is with that. And then if you want to do a show, then do it. But like the show, like, I don't know why people are jumping into like, oh, I need to compete in order to prove myself wrong.
I think it stems from being so results focused, especially if you're
Yeah.
looking for that external validation from prizes, you know, trophies, Instagram likes. It's like you are so addicted to getting a result
Mhm.
and you focus on that, not focusing on the process. So there's an issue with follow through. There's that disconnect where you're like, oh, I want to compete. So what do I do to compete? I compete. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, 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 no. You work with a coach to create the physique, which is the process. And what is the process? You check off your boxes every single goddamn day. Like when I post every damn day, when I'm walking on the treadmill, I am not talking about cardio. I'm not talking about steps. I'm not talking about my training. I am talking about everything I do that I need to do to be a successful athlete, coach, wife, person, because all of that matters. If one of those boxes is not checked off, if I'm not being good to my husband, that's going to increase my stress because my marriage is going to be a stressful situation. If I'm not taking care of myself, if I am focusing too hard on any other variables and I'm not like taking time to read or go on a walk outside or have fun, that's going to impact other variables. And so focusing on being process oriented to
Mhm.
create the physique, because the physique that you create is solely dependent upon your ability to follow through and stay consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that that's applicable for people that are even just trying to improve their health. I had a really similar scenario with a client the other day who she had bought a 6-month package. It was coming towards the end of it. And like in the matter of 6 months, it's been a process of just kind of getting her to do like the daily lifestyle things that are necessary,
Mhm.
eating whole foods, training 3 times a week, and training, honestly, I even gave her the like 45 minutes, cut it, like that's all that you have for a lunch break, that's okay. But realizing that you need to make other effort to move your body throughout the day, because 45 minutes to an hour out of 24 hours is not a lot. And it's not for the aesthetic purposes of it. It's for the internal health purposes. She's someone that carries a lot of fat in her midsection, where all of your vital organs and everything else is. Like, these are the types of things that actually impacts how long you live. Like, and it's as blunt as that. Like, if you want a long life, you want to be around for, 80s, 90s, even 100 years old, like that's really possible nowadays. And it's all coming down to how you take care of yourself. And
Yeah.
that takes effort. Any of this takes effort. And I think that that's one of the things that people significantly underestimate: how long, how much, and how consistent they need to be to actually reap the benefits they want.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's also an issue in being okay with delayed gratification. I know that gets thrown around a lot with bodybuilding. Like, it's not an instant gratification process. It takes years to accumulate the muscle that you need to be competitive.
Mhm.
But also with a lifestyle athlete, yes, there are ways nowadays, peptides and like all these different solutions that you can use to help promote like weight loss or just health in general at a quicker rate.
Mhm.
But you still have to put in the work, and that work is honestly just the basics over and over and over again. It's not sexy, and that's why people fall off, because they're like, they don't see that instant gratification right away, and they're just like, ah, it's not working, fuck it.
Mhm.
And then they go back to their own ways and they look like a bucket of potatoes.
Yeah, they either go back to their old ways or they
Yep.
hire a coach that is known for pushing just hella drugs,
Yep.
and they get the desired outcome and then
Mhm.
nothing,
Yep.
right? Like, I don't think people realize where it's like you can work with these like bigger name individuals that are known for their pretty intensive and aggressive drug protocols where their athletes are hospitalized and even sometimes killed. But like that kind of just gets swept under the rug because like of course it does. You know what I'm saying? But going back to like the instant gratification thing, like it is so important to have that discipline and have that follow through and understand that good things take time, but also in the same breath to not discredit like quick wins because that does help with the buy-in process. Now,
Like
that
that.
doesn't mean that you hire a coach and 2 weeks later you have the ass of your dreams. No, of course not. We know those things take time. But if
Mhm.
you're someone where you're like, hey, I hate getting out of bed in the morning because like I'm tired or my stomach hurts or whatever, and you notice within 2, 3 weeks of working with a coach that hey, when you get up, like you feel like a spring chicken, or after you eat a meal, nothing bad happens. Like you're not out to go like fucking paint the toilet because your digestion's a mess. It's like take small wins where you can get them because small wins build up your confidence. And when you have more confidence in your ability to execute your programming and your protocols,
Mhm.
that leads you to that long-term success, that bigger W that maybe you have your goals set on. So it's important for your both you and your coach to meet you where you are at and design little increments and challenges to help build you up to where you want to go. It's not about how quickly you get from 0 to 100. It's yes, about like how more consistent you can ride at like maybe 80, 70 miles per hour. Like that's really important to have like realistic goals because you can dream as big as you fucking want and there's no real bad side to that as long as you have the work ethic and follow through to achieve those dreams.
Yeah. I like that you said, like, celebrate the small wins, because those are the small wins that like stack and accumulate. But I think that also goes to show it's like, when a lifestyle athlete or even just a competitor athlete, they mess up and they think they're a failure, and they dwell on that and they let it carry over throughout the rest of their week,
Mhm.
when it could have just been a little bit of a bump in the road. Reach out to the coach, get that little bit of encouragement
Mhm.
that, like, you're not a failure. Hopefully your coach doesn't tell you that you're like you're a fat piece of shit and that you're a failure and all this stuff, and they just give you that, little bit of encouragement to keep
Mhm.
going. You switch gears and then you change it.
Mhm.
You don't dwell on it and let it carry over. I think that's a good one. And then also, after you win or after you do accomplish a goal, don't also celebrate that for too long. You know,
Mm.
once you hit a goal, then it goes up. Just keep going up. Don't stay stagnant. Be like, oh, I accomplished my goal. I'm good now. Like, keep leveling up. That's why I think people just get so complacent when they hit that one achievement that they're too scared to almost push even harder.
It's
They're
like the
like, oh
glory
my
day
God.
person. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, they were the all-star quarterback when they were 18 and
Yeah.
now they're 45 and have a beer gut. They're like, oh, I missed the
Back in my day.
touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that. Like, don't get complacent if what you want is success for yourself. You have to just keep pushing harder. It's never going to get easier. There's no cheat code.
Mhm.
So I think people fail to understand. So they're like, oh, once I get there, then it will be easy. It's like, nah,
It's
get
always hard, but that's
hard.
part
Then
of the
you just
fun.
level up.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Sounds
Laura, go.
like,
You look like you were about to.
yeah.
No, I was gonna say that's something I also see a lot with lifestyle clients of having small goals, achieving the small goal and being like, well, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm here, I made it. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. I'm happy you made that accomplishment, but like, you can do all of this.
Yep.
Let's go do all of this.
Mhm,
Hmm. Yeah.
Stop selling yourself so short.
Yeah.
mhm.
Same thing
And
for
that's,
athletes, though.
yeah, yeah.
They're
It's
like, oh, finally I won my class at my regional show. But it's like, okay, cool. Okay, won nationals, got your pro card. Okay, now you're literally the worst pro.
yep.
Now you have to do better. Like,
I love
no,
that. Now you
Mhm,
you
start all over
literally
again.
suck.
mhm. And I do want to play not devil's advocate, but offer off. Jesus Christ, sorry, it's raining, and I'm like, my house is gonna start like being like a fucking Noah's Ark and just drifting away. But let's say like your end goal for your bodybuilding was that pro card and you don't want to compete at the pro level. That's fine. Don't stop. Just because you don't want to be a competitive bodybuilder anymore and chase like a pro stage or chase the Olympia, chase something. Just
Yeah.
don't chase your goddamn tail in a circle because, oh, I'm chasing something. It's like, well, okay, so you leveled up here where you hit that end goal, you earned that big W. Okay, well, you have a career, you have a family, maybe you
Mhm.
pursue something else. Like, you don't have to just be a competitive bodybuilder. And if you don't get to the Olympia stage, like, okay, whatever. Because, like, let's be honest, like, it is not realistic for most of us. Like, if I'm being totally honest, the only one that has Olympia potential right now is Megan Santa Barbara out of the three of us. Like, that's just
Ew.
Laura's like, she's like, I
There
hope Big
you go.
Deborah gets you.
You up there, 55.
Yeah, Laura's gonna be up there, fucking like Masters 90 on the Olympia stage, like showing her big like grandma wellness glutes, being like, fuck you, Ash, and I'm gonna be dead, just being like, oh shit.
God.
But on all realism, it's like you have to be realistic too, but at the same time, it's like don't just stop because you got a W. Like keep
Mhm.
going. Like success is infinite. There is no finish line. The finish line just moves, right?
Mhm.
It moves. And I'm reading something by Tim Grover. It's called Winning, right? That's a book that
That's
I
such a
think,
good one. Man.
dude, I am like loving reading lately, and I've been trying to like toggle back and forth between fiction and
Yeah.
self-improvement because like again, things need to be just for fun, right? Like going back
Mhm.
to what I was going over about like making sure I'm a person, like reading should just be fun too. So like murder mysteries, oh good, chef's kiss. But the Winning book, great, right? It's even gone so far where I've actually watched the Michael Jordan documentary that kind of like
Yeah.
goes along with it, but it's so good because it's like winning doesn't give a fuck. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It just is. It will beat you down when you think you're on the right path to success. It'll be like, no, fuck you, detour, right? And your ability to adapt and pivot while also not losing your head and still sticking to your routine as best as you can, like that is literally how you win. And that's going to be true of your competitive career as a bodybuilder. It'll also be true as a employee, employer, your
Mhm.
career path. It'll be true as your family. Like having the discipline to be a creature of routine and having the adaptability to be on your toes when life isn't fair or it throws you a curveball, because that is how you are still going to be successful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that
this
that is a good
person.
book.
Laura, have you read that book?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well,
That one's
expect
good.
an Amazon package because I'm gonna buy it for you because like it is such a good book. And real friends buy each other books. I bought Mega book,
Yes, you
a
did.
Laura book.
You're gonna have a book club?
Oh my God, the TPF book club.
We can
I
have a
got
fucking Oprah sticker where it's like Oprah's club, like book of the month. Oh my God.
No, but on the subject of books, another one that's really good. This one, Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. Jason actually recommended I read this. I think when I like turned pro, he mentioned to pick this up and read it. But it goes over like how to actually like kind of like what we're talking about, like leveling up
Mhm.
and realize how these like professional, like athlete, professional businessmen, like qualities can be
Mhm.
carried over into different aspects of your life. It's not just one like avenue that you have to take. Like you can
Mhm.
implement this into so many different ways that can, positively impact you. And these are just like it goes over like the attributes of like a professional.
Mhm.
And so cool. It's a good one. Small too.
I
Because
love that.
I don't have a lot of attention span to like read like a thick book. So give me, less words and I'm good.
Audible is a great thing.
What? Audiobook? Yeah.
I
Unless
listen
the
to
fucking
Audible more than
person
I
has a weird like tone or something.
all do. That's the one thing I don't understand why
Yeah.
they do that. They all do.
Yeah.
Dude,
Let
I'll
me
be
read
honest
books for
though,
people.
audiobooks, like they're really great, like with podcasts and stuff like that. But like I'm someone that's like, I want to like be doing stuff when I like am listening to stuff. And sometimes it's good
Mhm.
for me to just like sit still. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
actually having like a hardcover book or whatever can be beneficial because I'm just like sitting down with my feet up. You know what I'm saying? But Laura, that book will be there tomorrow.
Thank you.
The devil works hard. Ash Markham works harder.
So Jesus.
I'm like obsessed with Amazon again, guys. Ever since I got clearance back for my Amazon account.
Oh.
Yeah. But we're like buying like little things for like the apartment. Like we have this little space that we're like, what the fuck did we do with this? So we bought I think it was like at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning over the weekend. We
Mhm.
just were looking up like coffee like little nooks, like coffee nooks, like buffet bar
Like a
kind
little
of
coffee
coffee.
cart, like a little coffee
Yeah,
bar.
kind of like a coffee
Yeah,
cart, but it's like a cabinet. So yeah, that's coming on Thursday. And then we got all the little fancy like little pumps for like our flavoring and everything.
I love that.
It's the little things.
Dude,
His
Eric legit, like he
dude.
was like, you need to settle down on Amazon. And like Eric doesn't get like stern with me or anything like that. But like we were looking at our credit card bills. He's like, we literally can't afford this. Like you need to calm down. I like looked at the credit card bill myself and I'm like,
Ooh,
oh, I need to chill. And literally we got our credit card bill like from this past month where I like chilled and I was like, oh, I was a bad bitch. I was like, oh shit, sorry, sweetie.
yeah.
And so like my Amazon is just like, no. It's just Amazon be like, where are you at? We miss
Fuck
you.
off. God. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I'm like, shit, I'm not even in prep. Because when I'm in prep,
Like
it's
Chris.
like I'm like, oh, I need retail therapy.
Yeah, delete the app at that point because like well, not only do you end up buying shit you don't need, but then usually you're buying like the artificial shit and you're like, I don't need this, but I want my coffee to taste like just
Yeah.
give me something. Give me something.
I'm a shoe horror. Every time I in prep, it's like new pair of Nikes, new pair of like
Wait, I
yeah.
realize I need more shoes, like more like training shoes and shit. The back of my Nikes I wear, like the black and white Nikes I always wear, literally there's like a hole. There's a hole, and my heel is just like rubbing the back of the shoe now. I'm just like, all right, maybe I need a new pair. But I just don't care. And I swear to God, my big ass foot is growing. I was a 10, like on the dot a 10. Now I'm an 11. Faux show an 11. And I thought, oh, maybe it's a little bit of extra fat. And then now I'm starting to get leaner. I'm like, nope, foot's still fucking big. So I think I just got a big foot.
Give it
Wait,
two,
wait.
both of my feet, one in front of the other into one of your shoes.
No,
That's
for
literally
sure. For
embarrassing.
sure. Because
I
Laura, you're
wish
like
I
a
would
5
have
or 6,
never
right?
did that.
Half and half.
Yeah, like when I saw my other podcast girl Ashley, I actually went and saw her in Cleveland. Like I like sure with a 5, right? I'm like a 10, sometimes an 11. It's like literally the same scenario. I'm like,
Yeah.
how does your small little fucking foot support your body? Like at least for Meg and I, especially for Meg, like it makes sense to have bigger feet when you're just a bigger bitch. But like
Yeah.
she's 5'5".
Hmm.
And so it's
That's-
only two, right? Like Laura, it makes sense because you're like barely 5 foot, like you're
petite.
pushing like fucking midget status. But like, if you had like, if you were like 4'12" or 4'11" and you have like, size 11
4'12".
honkers,
Could you imagine? I wonder if
Dude.
that exists.
I'm sure.
Oh, by the way, anybody who says I'm taller than 5'7" go suck something because we measured myself and 5'7" on the dot.
Isn't that so funny when people get into arguments over height?
Dude,
Like,
about my height.
Did you
Like telling me I'm wrong. I'm like, I measured it.
like why does it like talk about fucking what matters in stress perception? Like, I think a good rule of thumb is this going to matter in 10 fucking minutes? If the answer is no, let that shit go. Let it fucking go. Like, be the fucking Elsa and just let it go. Like, holy fucking shit. People get so fucking irate over the most
I
stupidest
know.
fucking shit. I used to be the same way. I get it, but like, if it's not gonna or like, if it's not gonna matter in 10 minutes, let it go. If it's
Mhm.
gonna like be there for 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 years, okay, yeah, like let's start to kind of like see how we can address the problem. But arguing over, as much as I love her, Megan Santa Barbara's height and having to be right, bro, holy shit, get real problems.
It's just so weird to me. Like if
What?
I say my height is this and my weight is this, I'm not lying, guys. I'm 5'7". This morning I weighed 202. I've been averaging about 198 to 199. Peak off season, like 9 weeks ago, I was like 215. I was not lying. And people are like, show us proof. And I'm like, go suck a dick. Like, I'll literally show you my nasty feet on a scale. I'm 215. I'm a
Did
heavy
you
bitch.
see the photo of Simone Biles next to Shaq?
Yeah.
Dude, legit. Legit.
I was like,
That's
this
what I'm gonna look like next to all those wellness people on stage next year. I'm gonna be Shack of Wellness.
Probably will, to be honest. Probably will.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my.
be the Shack of Wellness.
Can you please change your name, your Instagram handle, Shack of Wellness?
Shack of Wellness.
that's
It will
amazing.
be in my bio. The Shack, the
The Shack.
Shaquille O'Neal of wellness,
The Shaquille
if you
O'Neal.
will.
Oh my gosh.
The
I
Mega
didn't know
O'Neal.
she was that, like I knew she was short. All gymnasts
Yeah,
are usually
it's
short.
pretty funny.
A tall gymnast is probably 5'2", but
Yeah.
she's 4'8". Like
But she can jump as high, if not higher than Shaq. Like her vertical,
Okay.
like I swear to God, she defies the laws of
Like,
gravity.
what?
she's half his height.
That's
No,
gonna be me. That's gonna be all the other bitches.
Literally.
Meg, you should just put your face on that.
The Shack. Oh God.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's
Ooh.
wild. That's wild.
Ah,
I actually can't wait for that day.
what? When I step on stage and
Yeah,
listen
to see you
to
tower
Creed.
fucking over everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be either like the judges see me
Mhm.
and they like are really assessing me, or they see me and they're like, all right,
And
fuck
they're
that
just like right
on.
off.
Like, and they're
There's
just
no
looking at
other
this shit.
wellness pros that we can think of that are like large.
Large and in
I know
charge.
one, Giselle, Mikado. I'm gonna butcher that, but yeah, she's my height, 5'7".
There's a
But
few that are 5'7", but not your stature.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say she steps on stage at 150. I'm gonna step on stage shredded at 180 probably.
God damn.
Like what?
Yeah, that other girl I was telling you about, I can't think of her name right now. That she was also 5'7"
Hmm.
from Canada. Same thing. She was getting on stage at like 146.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a wellness girl post. I mean, weight is very, very relative to the individual, 100%.
Yeah.
Like people wouldn't look at me and say, like, well, I don't know, actually. To me, I think I look like I'm 200 pounds. But if people see me, they're probably like, oh, you're like 170, 180. I'm like, that's
You know
fine.
what's crazy to me though is some of the smaller girls, like um shit, I can't think of her name right now. She's a posing coach, she's well known, she was in the military.
So bad at names.
Mhm.
Call her Cindy.
Well, she's my height and she's like
Uh-huh.
164. 164 at like 5'1", 5'2". What?
That bitch.
Damn.
Alexis.
Adams?
Yes.
She's 164.
Yeah.
She's that stacked. Damn, she doesn't really look like it.
Mm-mm.
Pretty sure that's what I heard.
In her off season? We're on stage.
I thought that's what she was saying when she was starting at now at like 13 weeks out for the Olympia.
Well, I mean, she did put on some
Mhm.
good density when she switched coaches and looks like she's living a better life now. So
Imagine me with another 40 pounds of muscle.
That's scary.
What? What?
You'd have to like change your name from Laura to like Maurice or something like that.
Maurice.
Like Laura would just no longer fit. It's like I go by Maurice now, and you had like the little mustache. Mm.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. All right,
But-
guys. Toilet paper, over or under?
Over.
I think I'm an under, but I just put it on the damn thing and I just
I'm
leave
with
it.
Meg. I don't know. I
I
just
don't really know.
Oh no, I'll change it if it's not.
really.
Yeah.
You're
Is it
that-
just
that
because of
wash?
animals or what?
I don't know. It's just a habit. It's like bad luck or something, bad juju if it's the other way.
Okay.
Dude.
I prefer bidets and wet wipes.
I did get the mint wipes that you were telling us about because I
Ooh.
wanted to try them.
Anti-fresh, Listerine for the vagina. Yeah, it's good.
Bro, I love Listerine. Like the mouthwash.
I do, but I have very sensitive teeth because I told you guys what I did, right, to my two teeth when I was like 12, 13.
I don't
They
think
said
so.
I had braces for quite some time, and they were like,
Mhm.
I went back for my checkup thinking I was going to get the retainer and get them gone. They were like, oh no, we need them on for longer if this or wait, I already had a retainer. And I went back and I was thinking, oh, I'm good to take out the retainer.
Mhm.
And then they said, no, these two big teeth, the two teeth, they were hanging down a little lower. And they were like, we need braces to help kind of balance those out. I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing braces again. So I went home and I got like a foot scrubber, like for your heel. And
You
so that,
filed them down.
yeah, yeah. If you put like a light against my teeth, they're like see-through. Yeah. So Listerine, ice cream, like if you eat it, it's just too, my nerves are exposed because I'm a fucking idiot.
Bro, that's some fucking shit. Like that's
Yeah.
some
They
That's
actually do similar to
Talk
that, though.
about not the instant gratification.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
I'm
bitch,
just
did it
like,
do it yourself. Jesus.
yeah.
I just finished with Invisalign and they actually do that. They use this thing and like just kind of file the top of your teeth so they're all because it looks straighter by doing that.
Mhm.
I had Invisalign, but they didn't do that to me.
I didn't notice any difference in sensitivity yet, at least.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you take a heel buffer
I
to
took-
the teeth though?
Oh,
It was
didn't-
a good bit that I shaved off, dude. Like they
Good
were hanging
God,
down.
that's metal. It's metal as fuck, dude.
I went back and they were like, how did they get like straight? And I was like,
Like, I don't
Oh,
know.
no. I just woke up like this.
I don't know, man.
Next question. Do you think you would survive the zombie apocalypse? If so, how long?
I just watched the World War Z. Have you guys seen that with Brad Pitt?
I don't think so.
That was so good. Watch it. But no, I would die.
Okay, Laura, about what? Oh, how long would you like? How
How
long
long?
would you last? Do you think, or would you just be like the minute you saw people turning, you'd be like, you would have like a warrior's death and just
Oh no, I'd try.
you try? Okay.
But dude, if they're running out, if they're okay, are they fast zombies or slow zombies?
Um,
Like, are they fucking like going? Or are they like
we'll say Walking Dead. So like you have they're
they're
mostly
kind
slow.
of slow.
Yeah.
They're slower. Okay. The ones on World War Z were fucking like, and like spider
Yeah.
monkeys like on your ass,
Yeah.
like real fast. But yeah, if they're real fast, I'm dead. And like
Yeah.
the first day, done. If they're slower, I have some time to like get some things together and all that.
hmm
But yeah, maybe a week.
Okay. Laura, what about you?
I don't know. See, I would bet on myself for outrunning them. I'm just a very jumpy person. So if you're popping out at me, I'm fucking shitting my pants. So then I'd probably have a heart attack and die. Because I
So,
can't watch a movie
we-
without jumping out of the seat.
so like a
So if
week.
Laura shits her pants, she has a heart attack.
Lauren gives herself gastritis and just like self-inflicted wounds.
What zombie doesn't even touch me?
Zombie's like, nah, this one is bad. This one expired.
Oh God.
No, I would be there to the end. Like, fucking pull out my guns, fucking steal a Cummins truck, and I'd go stake out at Costco. And I would just build my empire. I built Ford Kickass, and I would just bide my time.
Ugh.
That's just deadlifting the like paint buckets. Let's do
Bro,
it.
I'm like getting the bags of jasmine rice. I'm like, come at me. Like, I will just like Eric and I, we got a game plan, we got a setup, and we're just gonna fucking go.
Okay, well, I'll stay with you, but
Yeah. You
I'll
can use
die
my
probably
Costco
first.
membership. That's how we'll get inside.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Did y'all think of any questions? I know we like literally just like touched base like barely 4 days ago, but
So not a would you rather question, but both of you, what is your top goal by the end of 2024 to accomplish?
2024.
It's only a couple of months. Fucking crazy.
It is. It is.
hmm.
Top goal, just one.
You can name a few if you got them. But
Mm,
like the big kahuna goal.
I just want to grow a fat ass.
honestly,
Like
I just want some dump truck action.
literally.
But I mean, for a while I was like, oh, I want X amount of clients or athletes, but now I'm trying to like not get caught up in the numbers of it anymore. I'm just like, whoever I have on my roster, whoever wants to trust me with their journey, I'll help them to the best of my ability. If they come, they come. If they go, they go. And I'm trying to just, that's it.
Yep.
So I don't really have a number goal with coaching anymore.
Mhm.
Fat ass.
Yep, I'm saying.
Fat ass. I just want a fatty.
What about
Right.
you?
I want both of those things too, you know, consistent, great group of people you're helping that are receptive to receiving help.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Always can use a fatter ass than I've got. And non-coaching all this. I want to travel. I want to go to Europe. I want to get out of the, I've
Yeah.
gone tropical places, things like that, but I've never been to Europe. I would like to do that.
Do you
Yeah,
have
I
a
would
specific place in Europe? Like anywhere in specific?
I would like to go to, well, you need to like 2 weeks to do this. I would like to do something like Greece, Italy, Spain, or
yeah.
all those kind of. It's easy to jump around because everything is relatively close and the
Mhm.
station is easy, but then you need like 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna go back, in September actually next month to the UK to see like Sarah compete, but the price of it, I can't justify. Like Will wouldn't be able to go either. Like he
Mm.
doesn't have a passport yet, and it would be a quick trip anyway. So I'm like $1,000 for like a 4 or 5 day trip. I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
Wow.
Can't justify it. So that sucks because I did want to see her step on stage, but next year, I don't know, when I am set to start my prep, but
Mhm.
I know Will wants to travel some. And, obviously next year, my main goal is just getting to the Olympia.
Mhm.
That's my focus. So traveling's gonna have to be put on the back burner. Like, we're gonna go to South Carolina for a little upcoming trip. Maybe this month for my birthday, maybe next month. And then we
Mhm.
have EDC Orlando, so that's another fun thing that we're doing. But we don't really have any other travel. But I want to like go to like Bali and like fucking just all those like I really want to go to Thailand, but like those are all like after I
You need
make it to
like,
the
you
Olympia. There's
to
no
go.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess
no way I can do it next year. Yeah.
Is that a 24 hours just to get there?
It takes a while. So yeah.
cool.
But yeah. What about you, Ash? Where you want to travel?
I don't want to travel. I want to buy a second home and get into real estate. Like
Nice.
I think traveling is cool, and I definitely respect people that like really love to do it. But I am someone that the money that I make, I want to invest. And so like I want to
Mm.
buy more homes. I want to rent them out. I want to like pursue that side of life, I guess, because like as much as like traveling is really cool and being cultured is cool, like the biggest travel I want to do eventually is take a honeymoon with Eric because we haven't done that yet. But
Yeah.
the money that we have, like I just want to invest. Like I just want to be like that person that has like that empire and those fat stacks. And only because it's not that I want like the wealth. I actually what I want to do is I want to be that person so Eric can retire young. Because Eric is someone that has worked so hard working a job that's just meh for him. Like he's fine with it. It doesn't really cause him any issues. It's more of like a financial stability. But like I have my dream job. He doesn't
Mm.
have a dream job or a dream career. He just wants time. So it's like I want to work so hard to get to the point where he can retire early and we can be financially stable on my income and our investments. So that way he's happy. And like that means more to me. So like instead of like doing a bunch of travel and stuff, it's like kind of like being a squirrel and like hoarding all the acorns before fall.
Hmm. I love
I-
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because that's something I even brought up to Will, like, we're probably going to be moving to like the Carolinas or something
Mhm.
and out of Florida, but like I've always wanted to like be able to have like an Airbnb or like rent out places, flip places. Like I don't
Mhm.
know shit about that. But he does like construction. Like his family has construction. His
Yeah.
dad and his mom have like flipped houses before, and that's something that he could do too. So I think if we do something. I think that would be like a next year goal though, because we aren't
Mhm.
moving until like July or something. It's to like actually make like a business together doing
Mhm.
something like that. And yeah, this year goals, retirement investment thing set up, fat ass,
Mhm.
eat snacks.
Meat
Yeah.
snacks, fat ass, fat stacks.
Fat stacks,
Well,
fat ass, fat. What was the other one?
Stacks,
nah.
ass,
Stack, snack,
stacks.
snass. Stack, snack, snass.
It's the title of the podcast. I love it. Any final thoughts, ladies, before we adjourn? I gotta piss. Like I'm doing my
I'm
pee
adjourned.
wiggle.
No, I don't think so. It's gonna feel like a very long time before we talk again. It's gonna be a whole week and a
I
half.
mean, we have a group chat. We'll be okay. We'll have withdrawals, but when the ants and the nice and rash comes, we'll be okay. Be like, oh, I'm getting some Megan withdrawals, some Laura.
Laura withdrawals. I posted the Shack of Wellness to my Instagram if you guys
Oh,
want to go
God
that.
bless. I can't wait to love that. Can't wait to love
You're
that.
welcome for helping you
That
establish.
was so good.
That
It's
is
literally gonna meet me on
amazing.
stage.